And we're going live now. Yeah, we're live on YouTube and recording the workshop. Michelle's here, and of
Hi,
course,
Michelle.
the fabulous Kooch Daniels that we haven't got to talk to for ages. How you been, Kooch?
Uh, Ducking cosmic blasts
Mm-hmm.
and flying high on my broom because it is the season of the witch.
Mm-hmm.
So, life goes forward as best it can, and I try to navigate as best I can.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little crazy. I don't think I'm the only crazy one, though.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No. We're all
Live
we're
with
all a
Dan.
little.
He's the crazy one.
Oh yeah, your husband Dan. Oh my God.
Or I should say he lives with me and maybe I'm the crazy one.
That could be.
It's
I
I
all
thought
like
about
that.
reflecting. We reflect our inner prisms back and forth with one another.
yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
I thought there'd be like, more members in here for this workshop.
Yeah.
And I don't know about YouTube if anybody, no one, I don't think anybody's popped into the chat yet. There was a lot of people for the show. Oh, Jimmy's here. Hi, everyone.
Well,
Oh
I'm
my,
not worried about it because maybe it's just us.
that's
And that's cool.
that's just the way it's supposed to be, I guess. Jimmy says his browser won't let him, it won't let him load the Zoom. So
It won't.
yeah, he's joined us many times. One of our newer members. He's joined us on the shows here and there.
I I tried to get on through the I tried to get on through sorry.
Uh-oh, getting feedback. Hold on.
That was me. I tried to get on through the Psychic Cafe and it wouldn't let me load the page.
Yeah. Weird stuff. Just weird.
Does that mean I get to be extra weird?
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
absolutely. Absolutely. Interesting topic because Cooch was like, "Oh, can I do a workshop? I want to do a workshop. What are we going to talk about?" And I'm like, "You got to tell me, Cooch, but tarot and your astrology natal chart. I mean, that sounds like a great topic. We've been wanting to get astrology going on the Psychic Cafe and the Tarot Guild for a while now."
Well, we can kind of like pretend it's happening today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna a lot of the astrology stuff that we're talking about. I'm just gonna like dive in.
Go ahead.
This is my newest published book that's released out in the world. It's called Stars, Cards, and Stones.
And Michelle has it right there.
So you're talking about it like in here. So, I always have to like honor that. Like, if you miss something, you can either like call Dax, text me, Michelle, and or look for this book.
Yes.
But okay, so the interesting thing, excuse me 1 minute. Oh, somebody threw me a kiss.
Oh.
Oh.
I can move on now. um, so it was really fun for me because Dax gave me his most secret personal information, his birth date, time, and place, so that I could do a chart for him. I am like so like Dax, your chart, it's unbelievable.
Really?
It's like you and your chart are one. I'm like, well, if I didn't know Dax and I was looking at his chart, I would know Dax
Mhm.
because it's all
Oh.
about Gemini and Mercury and your work being here. And you put work before love, and you need to like balance it out. I just want to tell you, like,
Oh yeah.
your chart shows like work is before I have to like finish my work before I can give my honey a hug or something. So you got to like maybe like balance that a little bit more so it's balanced.
Hmm. Well, Cooch, it's like I've always known that I line up perfectly with my numerology and my numerology chart, but I know nothing about astrology. So just tell me.
Okay.
Fill
I'm
me in.
gonna tell you in relation to, because we're talking about, what are we talking about? We're talking about tarot and astrology. It's not just astrology. And because we have
Mm.
minimal time, I can't talk all about astrology because it's like hours and hours. It's like, let's do like 40 hours to talk about how to do astrology with tarot. But I'm going to try to highlight things that people can like grab today and work with. And so it's going to be focusing on your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. Because when we're talking with each other, everybody's like, what's your sun sign? Or do you know your moon sign or your rising sign? So these are very important. And you have to have someone look up your moon sign information, and charts are available online, and you can pick up your chart for free and like do, find out your ascendant.
Modern technology.
I'm going to work with why Dax and his chart are one. And in the meantime, we'll try to talk about sun, moon, and rising as a 3-card spread.
Oh,
Mhm.
love
Because
that.
we want you have tarot reading audience, so we might as well talk about, like, can we do some spread today? So I'm going to start with a 1-card spread first in relation to Dax's chart, which it's all handwritten,
Mm.
and maybe so Dax's sun, now I have to find it already. Oh, right there it is. Dax's sun is at the very top of his chart at the zenith. And the
Ah.
zenith is what's shining above us and shining down into the rest of our chart. A chart is your map of potential, the blueprint for who you are, who you're becoming. Natal chart is where all the planets were at the time of your birth. Transits and progressive charts are kind of like where the planets are moving in relation to the now. But if we're just looking at Dax's chart, so I'm going to do with my first card, which would be his foundation. And when you're doing a 3-card spread, oftentimes like first card is foundation. So the sun, everybody knows their sun sign. All you have to do is know the time of your birth or the day you were born. So Dax is like this incredible Gemini. And Gemini is the lovers. And it's at the very top of his chart. So I'm pulling out the Gemini card. Where is it? I had it. As soon as I need it, I've lost the chart. My cards. Somewhere my cards are here. Oh, there they are. So Dax's first card that corresponds with his sun sign, Gemini, is the Chariot, because
Oh.
the correspondence the correspondences that I use are the Golden Dawn fraternity that was in the late 1800s, early 1900s. They created a correspondence chart between planets and signs and tarot cards. And they came up with the incredible that Gemini connects with the Chariot.
Yeah.
So the Chariot is wait a minute, where am I? Okay, that's Gemini. Okay, so we have Gemini right here. And then it's all about moving forward. The Chariot is a symbol of transportation, being able to get where you want to go, kind of like, let me be free to move, and I've got to go somewhere, knowing direction, having a purpose, having a need to get in the Chariot and drive. So you've got this high Chariot energy as your first card. And then we're going to look at Dax's chart again. And we're going to look at his rising sign. And there, his rising sign, it's the horizontal line for those of you who know astrology. And I don't have time to teach you this wheel, but the wheel of life, or the zodiac wheel, has a horizontal line across the center, and it's the ascendant and the descendant. The ascendant is where the sun is rising in the morning. The sun is ascending. And Dax has as his ascendant Virgo, right, Dax? I'm on the right path, right?
I think so. You
Okay.
know better than I.
Well, pay
But
attention to your chart. It's all about
but
you.
I remember Virgo. Yeah.
Yeah, Virgo rising.
Virgo
So then we look
rising.
for, okay, well, in the Golden Dawn's correspondence list, Virgo is connected with the Hermit, which is Mercury, ruled by Mercury. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So his ascendant is represented by the card, the Hermit.
Oh wow, that was actually the card of the day on our show this morning that we it
It
was the
was.
Hermit card, right,
Yeah,
Michelle?
it was. Yep.
Well, then
You
you've
can't
already
make this
talked
stuff
about it
up. You
today.
can't make up this stuff.
Well, it gets even better because your moon sits in the first house ruled by Virgo. So you have, if I was doing, putting out your 3-card spread, you're only going to get 2 cards right now because you have Gemini sun ruled by Mercury and Virgo rising and Virgo moon both ruled by Mercury. So all across the board, your 3-card spreads, Mercury, Mercury, Mercury. In this correspondence system, Mercury is the magician. So
That's amazing.
we are communicating, because Mercury is all about communication, with Dax, who is the communicator. And what does he do for his life? He's the communicator. He's talking all the time. He's on doing podcasts. He's like invoking the spirits of communication to get his message out to help people learn the tarot and all these different divinatory systems. So I was going, okay, here's your first introduction to a 3-card reading that is basically looking at your own personal chart or your friend's chart. And you look at the sun sign, the rising, and the moon sign. And when we're out in the world, if you have astro buddies or people who want to talk more about this stuff, it's all about what's your sun sign, which represents your conscious efforts and who you are, your ego. And the rising, which is your appearance, how other people see you, how they sense you being who you are. And then the moon, which is your inner. So you've got the outer external you, the sun sign being the first card, the foundation card. And then the last card is the moon, which is your private emotional ocean of emotion that you can sometimes keep very internal unless you're a major talker, which Dax obviously is because he's got Mercury, Mercury, Mercury ruling all of these cards that are represented in his 3-card spread.
And singer, entertainer, all of that. It all fits together.
Well, it gets better, Dax, because that's like, does anybody
hit me, Kooch? I want more. I want more.
You're going to get more. Insatiable. He's insatiable. He has this Neptune in Scorpio, so he's under the illusion that there's always more. Sometimes we can think that, but see what you get, Dax. Hopefully it's more. I'm hopeful for you.
I need more. Oh my God.
Well, you have to be really specific when you're asking. So like, make sure you say more what. So instead of more emotional uncertainty, maybe more streamlined truth of the heart, more, whatever more is that you want. You should be specific, because when we put out intentions or we put out our what we want to manifest, you don't get in the way by telling it how it's going to work, but you really need to be like specific about what you want the outcome to be. And you say, thank you for this outcome, because that's part of the manifestation and setting intentions, is you just see that it's already happening and it's coming, because of course the universe loves you and it's a universe of abundance. That's what you want. But if you just say more, you're leaving yourself up for like, who knows what they're going to come up with. But if you say, I want more quality time to go out to dinner with my partner, then you're setting that truth into motion and asking for that manifestation. And it'll be more in what you're consciously creating, because our words and how we speak creates more of who we are, what we believe, and what we're doing with our life. So make sure, even when you say more, try to say more what.
I
Makes
appreciate
sense?
that. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
I
you
mean,
for that.
I've always said that. It's like, well, you got to be more specific.
So you already know.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me to be like talking to a Gemini, and Gemini's know, you're like the knower, because Gemini is the most intellectual sign in the zodiac. And
Mm.
they're the ones that are supposed to use their mind to dive deeper into concepts and research reality and what means what. I mean, Geminis are the zodiac intellect. So I mean, like, maybe I'm trying to talk about water to the ocean when I'm talking to you, Dax, but you're all about this Mercury, the mind, and then the intellect, the ability to heal. And also you've really got strong healing aspirations on your
Oh,
chart. You have your on your descendant, you have Chiron. There is not a corresponding tarot card with Chiron, but it just in general, it's opposite it's on your descendant, opposite your ascendant. So it means it's like there's a really strong pull. So you're always going to be like, how can I heal this? How can I make this better? How can I make this work better? So you've got this major let me fix it kind of.
oh yeah.
But I'm gonna, it's more than fixing it. It's like, let's heal this. Let's really make this well. So that's really strong in your chart. Okay, so is there any question about this 3-card spread
Um,
before I move on?
no, you can move on whenever you want, Cooch, but I don't know if I'm exactly getting what we're doing with the 3-card spread. Are you drawing cards randomly,
No,
or you're
I am looking. Okay, if you do astrology at all and the tarot, or if you're interested in combining them,
so you're drawing the
there's
corresponding
many different
cards?
books, but on in my book it's called Zodiac Guide for the Cards, and it's combining astrology and the cards. I think, Michelle, it's on page 186.
86.
So here we have like all of like the sun signs and all of the planets are listed, and then right next to them there what card is represented by this sun sign. So that's why it's a fixed system. It's not random.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're pulling out the cards that
that,
correspond.
that are so when I look at your ascendant and it's Virgo, then I look at my correspondences with the Golden Dawn's correspondences with astrology, because I'm not making up a system. I'm using a tried and true system that you can find in many, 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 many different
Golden Dawn
books. And it's because it's been around for over 100 years. The system is, and it's also like it was the seed for the BOTA and Crowley's astrological correspondences, and
Virgo is the hermit.
Rider Waite uses them.
Right.
So we've got all these, founding energies of modern tarot using the system. So it's in a lot of different books. Or if you use maybe like Zoroastrianism and their correspondences, it's a totally different astrological correspondence.
Yeah.
Use the correspondence that you are familiar with or that you feel is like you're tried and true. So I'm using the one that I see in like 30 out of 35 books use this system, and it's the one I've learned in my years of doing tarot. So it's kind of like ingrained.
Yeah.
So I'm using that system, but it's not random. So I go to, sure, I'll go with my own little, okay, here's my page. I don't even have to memorize it anymore. I can go and I can look it up. Virgo, where is Virgo? Virgo's right there. The Hermit, there it is. Who's the hermit? The sage, the wise person, the guru. the dude who holds the lamp of insight and wisdom to shine light on the path.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blanking on his name. He was a real live living being
Mm,
who's I think he was in, well,
I've
now
heard
he's in
that.
Greek mythology, but
Mm-hmm. And like I
there's a
said,
lot of the, hmm?
look, it was our card of the
Oh,
day
thank
today.
you.
It was our card of the day.
Well, it's a continuation because that's your card. See,
Awesome.
because that's your sun.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, we said your sun was Gemini. Never mind.
No,
That's your
Sun
rising
Gemini,
sign. I
rising
got to
sun.
stay clear. Where's my coffee? um, so okay, so Hermit is your rising sign, but it's doubly important if I'm like talking, like doing a serious reading about your question. Your moon is also the Hermit.
Mm.
So you have rising in Virgo and you have Gemini. I mean, shame on me. This is what happens when I'm talking too fast, not having enough sleep, maybe. But your moon is also Virgo. So you have this double Virgo, and that emphasizes the importance of that card. And I would want to spend a lot of time talking about how are you the hermit? How do you see your inner light? Because the moon, your moon on your chart
Mm-hmm.
being in Virgo, it's connected with the hermit card as well as your rising. So this is like double whammy. So you go, well, Kooch, that's not a 3-card spread. That would be a 2-card spread because you only have the sun in Gemini and you have the moon and rising in Virgo. So you've only used
Super
2 cards. I
good.
go, well, okay. I did say a 3-card reading. So here, pull out the cards. Pull out your cards, everybody. We want a 3-card reading. So let's just randomly, now we can randomly pull a card. They're like, how important is Dax's moon in relation to his journey in this present time? Here, Dax, pull a card. Okay, he just pulled. His Virgo is what turns the wheel of fortune for him. His
Uh,
moon energy, his emotional nature. This is the random card that I pulled because I
cool.
said it was going to be a 3-card reading, and because he had only 2 cards that I was talking about, which was the Virgo and
So like
the
two, it was two
Hermit.
of the same because they're
Mhm.
both hermit. They're
And
both
so I don't
hermit.
want you to feel slighted. So I just pulled a random card to give you a 3-card
Thanks.
spread.
And what a card to get too.
You
Yeah.
pulled it. I saw you pull this one. I pulled it out. It was very random in the moment. But your connection with the wise understandings, the universal eternal wisdom of that hermit's light that
Mm-hmm.
sheds the radiates the path. This is how you're getting good karma feeding into your journey that enables you to push your own wheel. The astrology chart is called the wheel of life, but this is also, if you see, it's a wheel. So
Yeah.
we've got a lot of, and wheels are symbols of motion and the eternal spinning of this, the sun, the planets, they're all spinning in the sky. So this is about like keep moving. Where do you want to go? Where are you directing the wheel of your life? And really looking inward, because the hermit is the sage, the wise person who gets a lot of wisdom from meditating and sitting alone, contemplating what is the nature of my existence or how can I help the universe. They're looking from an inner place, trying to connect and channel the wisdoms of the heavens,
Mm-hmm.
especially the mercurial wisdom, because any knowledge or understanding of the myths of Mercury, he was the god of healing, and he brought the wisdom of the ancients and the ancestors and the gods. He channeled it down to earth to help people make sense of their lives and understand their own path. So he is known for channeling and bringing in insight and wisdom that's otherworldly or heavenly, to bring healing and wisdom to others. And if you look at the pictures of the Roman god, and he's got the wings, he's very quick. And the thermometer with mercury that goes up and down to help us understand our temperature or how cold or hot it is. It's another symbol of Mercury. You put Mercury in those little things that, that enable you to see the heat and the coolness of life. And it's all about having an insight that can really activate healing and positive energy for others. That's why I see you as like, okay, Dax, you better get busy. You're not working hard enough.
I think it's true, actually. I've been in a little bit of a slump here and trying to figure out, okay, what's my path forward? What should I be doing now? Kind of thing. And so I've kind of been spinning my wheels for at least a few months. My mom passed away at the end of March, and it was, it's been rough, and then trying to figure out what to do career wise, what direction, and different things.
Well, when I look at your chart that I've already, okay, where is it? You have a stellium at the top of your chart. Now, the bottom of the chart is called the zenith, and it kind of represents like the foundation where a person's rest, or where you can see like your feet at the bottom, where the top of the chart is more like you're reaching for the stars and the light that comes down into your chart. And you have a stellium. A stellium is when you have more than several planets all sitting clustered together. So, and it's in part the 9th house and part the 10th house. Your stellium goes over both of those houses. And I'm sorry, I don't have time to talk about all the different houses, but if
that's fine.
There's 12 houses, and the ones on the top that are at the zenith connect you with external reality. The lower chart is more subconscious. The upper half of the chart is more your out in the world interactions with your awareness. And so your chart really shows you need to be out in the world and kind of balancing between 9th house, which is your journey. Where do you want to travel in life, either psychically or physically? And the 10th house, which is your reputation and your status and the work that you're you're moving through it and giving it to the world. It's not just something you're thinking about, and the results of your efforts. And so you've got you have your Venus in the 10th house, and Venus is the Empress. So if I was, it's like your main planets, 5 of them sit at the very top of your chart. So you need to be out in the world, which you are, with gifting your wisdom, because you've got Sun in ruled by Mercury, your sign that's ruled by, it's Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. So you've got like Mercury at the top of your chart. You've got Mercury at the ascendant via the signs. And if we look at Mercury in the tarot, it's the magician. So own your magic, be the magician. Really look at what are your intentions? What do you feel really happy giving? Because your Chiron sitting on your descendant, which is the kind of like the work you do and how you get into relationships, is let me heal you. Let me give you something. Or if you even look at it as the tarot guild, it's like, how can I give people, what can I give to these people to help them in their relationships, or help them understand more of what their personality is.
So can I just ask a clarifying question?
Please. I would hope you would. I hate monologues.
So I want to make sure I understand this. So you pull the card for your sun sign, which mine is Aries, which would be the Emperor.
The Emperor.
And then you pull a card for your moon sign, which mine is, I believe, Gemini. I got to pull my phone back up.
Okay.
But I believe mine is Gemini.
Okay, that's the Chariot.
Oh, is that the Chariot or is that the Lovers? Because
Okay,
I think
the Lovers is, oh God, I'm sorry. Gemini is the Lovers. And
the Chariot should be Cancer.
yes.
Yeah. Well, earlier you bought one of the two cards. You pulled the Hermit for me, and the other one was the Chariot. But
Well, it's there too. You've got stuff in that one, and
In
I'm
that
sorry for
chart.
you have
I knew it was the Lovers for me, though. For years, I've known that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting too because Kooch mentioned the Magician, and that's the other card that I identify with personally is the Magician.
well, you have if you look at your chart,
Mm-hmm.
you have Mercury. Where is your Mercury? Where is it? I know it's here somewhere.
I got a lot of Mercury.
Okay, your Mercury is in Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
So Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So that doubles the impact of how much Mercury you have available to filter through your being.
Yeah.
And then you have Virgo on your ascendant and Virgo moon.
Mm-hmm.
Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So if
Oh,
you
the puppy.
So if you have a puppy, when's your puppy's birthday? You can also read animals on look at their charts for their signs and
We're not sure with him.
so just looking at those three, your what's sitting at the ascendant,
Right.
is Mercury ruled Virgo. And at the top of your chart, the zenith, which is extremely important because that's like the highest point of what you can, what you can pull from celestial through the stars, through the
celestially.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's
okay.
Mercury.
Yeah.
So you're all about Mercury, and Mercury is the magician.
Well, enough about me. I don't want to get away from Michelle's question. So
okay, Michelle, what was your question? I don't think we answered it.
No, it's okay. So I was just clarifying how we do this, and then I dropped my card. So then the second card is the moon card, and then for the third card, that is your sunrise, no, ascending.
Yeah. Do you know astrology?
Leo.
Do you
very little?
Okay, well, here is where the sun rises in the morning, and that's called your ascendant. And a lot of people go, what's your ascendant? Because that's kind of their way of like, well, how do I know this person astrologically? It's one of the most important places. It's like a very strong point where people can go, this is me, because it rules the first house. In astrology, the first house is me. It's all about me. Who am I? My appearance, how other people see me. It's how I see myself into my body, because it's the first step. It's the first step of waking up to who you are. So first house on the ascendant, that whatever rules that when you're looking at an astrology sign,
right?
That would be the ascendant, and you look at whatever that astrological sign is and find the corresponding card.
Mine is a Leo, and it is strength.
That's strength.
So I definitely know what I'm doing now. Well, to a point. On the three card.
I wish I knew what I was doing.
I listened and paid attention, and
I'm not going to feel sorry for you, Dax. You know more than most, and you're helping other people figure out what they're doing. So come on, don't ask for no victim here. Use your power, use your strength. We're not going to cry for you because we know you've got all this like power energy with your Mercury here and Mercury there and everywhere. Because I mean, think of yourself as like that wings on your ankles, just being able to get where you need to go and channel wisdom down to the planet that will help them grow, because that's kind of your role in your astrological chart.
Yes.
So I'm sorry to repeat, but Michelle, can you tell me what your three cards were again? You got?
I have the Emperor for Aries.
Aries, yeah.
Ruled by Mars. The Emperor is ruled by Mars, connected with Mars.
Okay.
But and then I have sign, right?
Yes, that's my sun sign.
Can I
My
just
moon,
mess with you 1 minute, Michelle?
yes.
So if you look at the card, the Emperor, and you go, this is my sign because I'm an Aries, then you also want to look at where Mars is on your chart, on your astrological chart. So, but this gets into like next step, and look at where Mars is. I'm using Dax's chart because that's the one do you have your own chart in front of you?
Um, it's on the computer here, but I have it.
Do you see where Mars is? Does it tell you where it sits?
Let's see if I can go back up here. No.
Okay,
Wait.
I hate to do this to Dax, but I have to look at your card, your chart, because for an example, remember I said it was going to be you were going to be my example.
Right,
So
right.
Dax has Mars sitting in Taurus in the eighth house, which is
Oh.
Scorpio and the esoteric sciences and money and well, there's a lot of things going on in the eighth house, but secrets and sex. And Mars is very hot and heavy in. So I would look up on the planets like
Sun,
what,
Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars. No,
and
it
Mars
doesn't tell
is
me.
Mars corresponds with the tower. Now, what would that mean? I would like, how can I use my Mars energy to strengthen my ability to find resolutions? Because usually the tower brings some kind of an awakening. You know, it does, the bricks don't fall without hitting you on your head to wake up to something. It often brings change, or it's a symbol of like, oh my God, I gotta look at this. What is this gonna do to my sense of reality? Usually it enriches it, but not necessarily easily at first until you make the adjustment and you move through whatever the tower brings. But usually it enriches your awareness and helps you be more aligned with the the spine of the tower or the straightness of the tower to build your next tower with more understanding of how to keep it from falling. So
Okay.
I would, because you have Mars ruling your Aries and Aries being the emperor, I would kind of look at where your Mars is. So when
Yeah.
you're looking at a chart and you're trying to like compare it with tarot and you're using your own chart, there's all these things that you can bring in to help you get more of a sense of who am I? What am I doing? Where am I supposed to be going? It's an incredible personal system to help you answer questions and find out who you are through the cards, that it has nothing to do with a random shuffle. It's all about what are the stars telling you? You know, where are
Right.
the planets in the, when you were waking up to being on this planet, where are they sitting? And then when you transfer that to cards, what do the cards say about who you are and what you're supposed to be doing? It's another tool to have a lot of ability to dive deeper and go into more of who am I, why am I here, how do I answer that question?
Right.
And that's
Okay.
why it's so fun, and you can spend hours and hours talking about somebody's 3 card reading if you bring in things like, okay, I'm an Aries, that's the emperor, but the emperor is ruled by Mars. Where's my Mars? Oh, so all of a sudden, even though you have a 3 card reading, meaning the card that represents your sun sign, and where's your ascendant again?
Okay. So my ascendant is in Leo and my Mars is looks like it's in my sixth house.
Okay, well, the 6th house is all about your work and being of service to others and taking care of yourself physically. It's ruled by an earth element. And where is your moon?
See, my moon is in Gemini.
Well, that's why you get along so well with Dax. I mean, you guys are like on the same lunar, you look out at the same lunar landscape.
Wow.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
you're a good balance for one another because Dax sun, your moon. In astrology, if you have a sun moon, if one person has a sun and one person has the moon in the same sign, that means they have like ability to like look within one another or see like what's under the surface.
That makes sense. I like it.
So did that answer any of your questions? So far, what we have
Yes.
for you, we have your 3-card spread with an additional 4th card if you want to look at the Mars card.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, how much time do we have, Dax? I don't know how much trouble I can get into yet.
Well, yeah, I do have appointments after the top of the hour, but we got some time still, 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. Well, okay, so if I'm gonna like just go over this one more time, trying to simplify it, because this is
Sure.
really simple stuff because it's just black and white. All you have to do
Yeah,
is like,
it's actually easier than I thought it was going to be because
Mm-hmm.
I've always I've been scared of astrology.
excuse me. That's like saying you're scared of tarot. It's like I don't believe you. Oh, but if you want to believe that, I have to honor that. But Dax, it's kind of like, it's just a different system with the same kind of symbology.
Which is
Yeah.
good. Yep,
Yeah.
that's a good thing though.
It's a good thing, but don't be afraid of it because it's just another tool to help you understand who you are and what you're about.
True. And I
And
love
you're all about tarot, so it should be just like, the information is right at the tip of your fingers.
ah,
You
yeah.
have it.
Yes.
Okay, so if we were doing like a 1-card pool, who am I? That would be the card that corresponds with your sun sign.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get more clarity about, well, a little bit more about who I am, and I want a 3-card reading, you can do sun, ascendant, and moon, because those are the 3 most important things that most people connect with when they're talking astrology socially.
Mm-hmm.
So then you've got that 3-card reading. And if somebody said, well, I don't have time to get a chart done, but I know where my sun and my moon are, then you can pull a random card for like the center and just do the foundation, what's happening in the present, and the moon is like your inner ability to find your truth, or where. So it's kind of like another 3-card reading. So if somebody says, well, I don't have my time and I don't know my ascendant, you can say, well, let's do a random card. To be able to know your true ascendant on an astrology chart, you have to have your birth time. So if a person goes, I don't have time, I don't have my birth time, I know where I lived maybe, but my mom never told me my time, then forget about the ascendant and just do a random card in the center. So you still have like a 3-card sun, ascendant, but it's a random card, and then the moon.
Mm.
Okay.
Now, if you want to like
Makes sense.
look, and you have all these different planets around a chart, so you can look at what house each planet sits in and draw cards. I don't know if you can see this, if there's any sense to it. It might be too light, but this was if you want to try to just figure out like where your planets are, you can draw your astrology wheel, your natal chart, and instead of using what sun sign rules each house, each of the 12 houses, you find that out, but you draw a card for the ruler, and then you've got a 12-card spread in relation to your house system.
Well,
I like that.
But instead of jumping into 12-card spreads, we could do a 4-card spread.
there you go.
And get your minor cards, because it's always fun to look at, where are my minor cards? So when you're looking at the house system, every house is ruled by, they go in sequence. So it's like the first house is in the natural ruler of the first house is Aries or fire. And so then you just go around and you look at the nadir, the lowest point, your descendant, and your zenith, or what's at the top of your chart. Because when you're looking at the chart, it's like looking at directions and the 4 cardinal directions, because like every sign is either cardinal, mutable, or what's that? What's the other one?
Fixed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know a little bit.
She just rescued me, and so my mind is like, did I get it? No. So, so when you're looking, if you want to do a 4-card spread to see how your chart lines up with minor cards, look at what rules. So for Dax, his first house being in Virgo, ruled by Virgo, is an earth sign. So his strongest suit in relation to who he is he's so earthy. He's got to be practical. So the suit of Pentacles is going to be how he charges forth to fulfill his purpose. It's got to be practical, tangible, financial. Let's not just mess around here. Let's get down to like solid ground. He's got to be grounded. So I would put on his what's going to be the strongest is Earth. So then we have like Earth, and then we have my brain has to think about all this. Oh, then we have so let's see. Virgo is Earth, and then we go to Libra, which is air. And then we go to Scorpio, which is water, which rules is the water. And then we have fire. So then we have Earth, and we have the fire. What's at the bottom of his chart ruling is the suit of fire. The intense, heavy electrical charge of energy. And you can look at all the different elements and connect them with the suits. And then you have like the master plan of how the energy flows through your chart.
Yep. Oh, real quick.
Wands. So you've got the wands at the bottom, so you can beat people up with the wands.
Yeah, Nick in the chat said, wait, I gotta scroll back here. Kooch is a beautiful soul with lots of knowledge. Dax, get Kooch for more workshops. She has great ideas.
Wait a minute, who is that?
One of our members, Nick. He's on YouTube right now.
Oh,
yeah, and he's in Greece, by the way. He's in Greece.
Oh, you lucky rat. I mean, you are so lucky. There are so many magical points in Greece. And
also, Kooch, this is hilarious because I don't think Nick knows, but he said, hey, palmistry would be a great topic for a workshop. And he doesn't know that you wrote the book on palmistry.
I love palmistry.
I got the deck of cards, but I haven't got the book yet.
Oh, one last thing I wanted to mention. I put the link to a blog post that I did about this workshop and you, Kooch, and everything like that. I put the link in the chat there on YouTube. But if you're listening to this, the recording, just go over to psychic.cafe, click on blog, and it's like the first blog post there. Go check that out because I have links to Kooch's books and everything on that blog post. So go check that out.
Oh, where is that so I can check it out?
It's on my website. Let me what I'll do, Kooch, is I'll do it on Instagram. I'll go over to Instagram here in our chat and I'll pop the link in so you can check out the article I did. It was just about this workshop really, but go check that out. And I've got a link to like all your stuff.
Oh my God. That was a lot of work.
Well,
my stuff is my life.
This is the thing, Kooch. I used to link your books, your books and your decks and all the different things that you put out. But now that you have this much stuff, all I have to do is link to your Amazon page and everything's there. So it's one link, but it'll take you actually to, but I have all the pictures of your books on a image banner there, and so they can check it out. Anyway, didn't mean to interrupt, but
No, well, just I want to tell you I appreciate that and thank you so much.
and we have to have you back because Nick wants you back.
Yes.
Oh, Nick, you're so
And I do
sweet.
too.
I'll have to brush up to keep you going, Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle's doing runes. We could do we could do the same system with runes. You're into runes.
Yes.
You can do this
Yes.
system with
Yeah.
runes.
Yeah, because that information is all in here.
It's right there, right next to the tarot. There's so many more people interested in tarot right now. It's such a hot topic. So I kind of I get pulled into talking, and I can only if I try to talk about too many different things, it's overwhelming even in my own brain. And I know other people are just go, oh.
Well,
So
interesting.
I try to focus, but for Michelle, you've got the runes just kind of do a layer of runes over what we just said in relation to the tarot, and you got your rune astrology.
Right. Okay.
Well, Michelle, she just recently did 2 shows on runes.
I know.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
Go check out Michelle's.
She does look like a rune mistress. I said that last time I saw you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm just helping you remember your past lives.
Yes. Yes.
So now we just have to all study the book,
No, it's better to just pull out your chart and try to figure out who am I? What's chart?
It's amazing though how dead on it is, especially because you didn't have time to go into the whole chart, but the major things like the moon, the sun sign, the rising, and how it just matches me to a T.
Yeah.
I need to do more healing.
The stellium, where all of your planets sit at the very top of your chart, it's all about you communicating. And what do you do for a living? You're the communicator.
Yeah. In fact, I just got my certificate in mindscaping, which is a branch of hypnosis. And I need to get back into doing that because I'm supposed to be healing people. I'm the master healer number in numerology, so I need to get back into that.
Well, that matches with Chiron being in your 6th house, which is your work and your purpose. And Chiron is the wounded healer. Looking at how do I heal myself so that I can heal others.
Right. But you were talking about communication and, obviously doing YouTube now and everything. I'm actually thinking of doing another YouTube channel where I focus on helping people that are tech challenged with technology and, explaining things so that it makes it easy for people.
I'll look forward to that.
Yeah. So it fits perfectly. So we got a couple of minutes left. Anything else we didn't cover, or
millions of things? But I mean,
well, you have to come back now.
I would love to come back. We could do the same thing with runes.
Yes, that would be fun.
But then you'd have to lead half of the workshop.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and if we could get Pamela too, because
she's the rune master.
She's the rune master, and Pamela Steele.
Oh, I know. I have her decks.
Pamela.
Yeah. Well, I have her decks.
She couldn't be here, but hopefully next time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not worried. What I notice about people that have been in the tarot world for years and years and years, and we kind of know each other and we see each other. It's like, oh, you're doing that class. Great. Oh, you're doing that class. But we already are so full of what we're doing in our own classes that we don't go to other people's classes. Oh, so that you do all that stuff. Wow. It's amazing. But, it's like having time to bring in more classes. It's like, how do you juggle all of this stuff and get it all done? I have no idea.
Oh,
right.
It is a lot. It is a lot. Well, I think we'll end it there. And we'll see you all on the next one. But
Yes.
thanks for being here, Kooch.
Yes, thank you so much.
I just want to ask one more question, Dax. What sign is your partner?
Cancer. Oh no, wait, is he Cancer?
Is he Pisces?
No. Scorpio, I think. Wait, October 31st, Halloween.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Water.
I was thinking, you know what's funny? I was thinking of my ex who is a Cancer. And Dan's a Cancer, and in chat he said I'm a Cancer. I says, "Oh, I love Cancers," you know. But yeah, he's a Scorpio.
That's where your Venus sits, is in Cancer.
Mm.
So,
but yeah, Doug's a Scorpio.
okay, well, that's the death card. You're playing with fire.
Oh God, yeah.
And he's a water sign, but it's a hot water sign. But anyway, I was curious in relationship to your stuff.
He's a mess.
We'll tell him we said hi.
All righty. Well,
thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you so much. And
thank you, guys.
Gonna end the stream, and for everybody watching in archive, you know, the recording, thanks for joining us today.
Yay.